So we spent a whole week talking about AI. Hopefully you have learned some new stuff and feel ready to take the next steps in your AI journey. But before we go, it might be good to summarize what we've been talking about throughout the week. It's time for a recap. As you already know, AI is not all that easy to grasp. I have found a few things useful to keep in mind when trying to understand AI. First of all, AI is a whole field of research, just like biology and economics. And you don't get all the implications of economy just like that, right? So you might need some time if you want to understand what AI is and what it can do for you. AI is a general purpose technology, just like electricity and railroads. General purpose technologies change how things are done at its very core. It is difficult to fully understand what implications such game-changing technologies might have on society, which makes the discussion around AI a bit fuzzy. Also, the term intelligence blurs the picture. We don't even have an agreed definition of what human intelligence is, so how could we expect to have one for artificial intelligence? Intelligence means different things to different people, and there are many different forms of intelligence. And finally, there is no agreed definition for what AI is, even in the scientific community. There are different related definitions, but no single clear definition. In a broader sense, one can say that AI refers to machines that can learn, reason, and act on their own. They are capable of making independent decisions when faced with new situations, in a similar way to what humans can. Sometimes they can hear, see, and sense the surroundings and talk back to you. Merriam-Webster defines AI as a branch of computer science dealing with the simulation of intelligent behavior in computers, and the capability of a machine to imitate intelligent human behavior. So it's centered around two things: the fact that AI is a research field within computer science, and that one can use AI in trying to imitate intelligent human behavior. Most people are already using AI on a daily basis without even knowing it. Why is that? One reason is that we stop calling it AI once in use. Instead, we call it things related to what the products or services do for us, like, for example, navigation apps, digital assistants, video or music streaming services, ride-sharing apps, and so on. Our lives are flooded by AI-empowered products and services. AI has been around for over 60 years. How come it has exploded right now? It is only now we have the data, the computing power, and the tools needed to really get it to work. And then we have deep learning. Deep learning is the rocket fuel of AI. AI is a whole field of research. It's only quite recently that AI stepped outside the doors of academia. So a lot of people that are working with AI are still AI experts, and they use terms and shortenings that kind of leak out to us non-experts and the general discussion. Why it could be good to sort out some of the main concepts. AI is a branch of computer science, and machine learning is a subfield of artificial intelligence. Machine learning uses algorithms that allow computers to learn from examples without being explicitly programmed. In the field of machine learning, deep learning is what everyone is talking about. The theories behind deep learning have been around for a long time, but it's only during the last 10 years or so that deep learning has come into full use. All AI systems have to be trained on data that are relevant to the task they are supposed to handle. There are different ways you can train the systems. So all these different names you hear, like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning, and so on, those are just different kinds of algorithms and approaches to solve a problem. A technology as powerful as AI, of course, comes with a bunch of risks. First, we have the risk of bias. If we want to have a system that can help us with conclusions that are truthful, we have to feed the system with a diversity of data. There are a few steps to take in order to handle the risk of bias. First of all, be aware of bias in data. Not all people are. Then ensure quality data in training of the models. And finally, be transparent with what data and algorithms that have been used, so others can get the chance to question the outputs and provide feedback that can be used to address the issues appropriately. Another apparent risk is that the capabilities and applications of AI are developing so quickly that it's almost impossible to keep up. Policymakers don't understand the implications of the technology they are supposed to regulate well enough. Technology rules the world and knowledge is power. The 5 largest companies today are all AI companies in addition to being tech companies. These actors are in the driver's seat when it comes to changing the world. We all need to upgrade our knowledge within the field of technology. We should start mass educate the people. Let AI be a subject already in elementary school. This is something they have started doing already now in China. Mass educate our leaders. AI will be a core curriculum for future leaders. Companies that use AI will outcompete the ones who don't. Get people from various backgrounds involved in the discussion, all the way from politics, ethics, philosophy, law, humanities, to make sure we use the technology in the best possible way. And finally, you actually take a very big risk if you do nothing at all. To get started, you need to get going on 2 levels, on a personal level and on a company level. On a personal level, you can take free online courses, read books and newsletters, listen to podcasts. Spend at least 10 minutes per day to start with. Read one newsletter or listen to a YouTube video on your way to work. Test AI-empowered tech, like for example voice assistants like ALISA or Google Home, and start to think about the implications of the technology. What can you do differently using this kind of new technology? On a company level, you need to start educating people so they understand how AI can be used to solve business problems. As soon as you understand enough, start experimenting. Identify a real business need and start on a small scale. Understand and manage your data. This is something your IT department should do together with people on the business side. AI is not an IT thingy. It is the business people who can identify real business needs, and it's also the business people who knows what data is important. The difference between heat and temperature might be obvious to a person who's skilled in chemistry. However, this is not necessarily the case for a person who's skilled in data science. So make sure you have a cross-functional team working on this. Get started quickly by using AI in the cloud. All of the major tech firms offer various AI services, from the infrastructure to build and train your own machine learning models, through to web services that allow you to access AI-empowered tools such as speech, language, vision, and sentiment recognition on demand. And finally, see it as a start. Many people claim AI is the most powerful invention in all human history. No one knows for sure how AI will affect our society in the next coming 10 years. It is a field that is constantly evolving, so you will have to develop your capabilities along the way. Take one small step every day and work according to, if better than before, continue. One thing is clear. AI is going to become a fully integrated part of our society, and we must prepare to adapt as necessary. It's exciting times, so please jump in. If you have enjoyed this series, please hit the subscribe button or comment in the section below.